What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It's Friday, July 23rd, just after 11:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. We're going to stream live here for a bit. You're going to hang out with us as we go into the second half of the trading day here at Trading Learning 101. So going into next week, just as a heads up, I will be absent all of next week. I am leaving to go on vacation. Be safe, trade responsibly, and remember, guys, always have that mindset. Live to trade another day. Do not let one trade take you out. All right? So, we got the wolf pack in here today. We're all having fun hanging out. And just as a heads up to you guys, a few people have stepped up in the community here and offered to help out next week while I'm absent. So he goes by That Guy, has offered to do screen share and share his trade idea stock scanners for you guys next week if you're interested. So That Guy, I'll give you permission for the channel to stream your monitor if you'd like. And how you go about doing that every day. Let me see if you're even in the stream here. Yeah, you are. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to connect to the trading live stream like you normally do. And then you're going to click go live and you're going to see this pop up right here. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click screen. And once you click stream or screen, it's going to look something like this. This is going to pop up. And then from here, you're going to see application, screens. You're going to click on screens, and it's going to show you every monitor that you have. Select what monitor you want to stream. So let's say I want to switch to this one. And then you'll pick your resolution, your frame rate, and you'll click go live. And then it'll pop up and give you a preview like that. And you will be sharing your screen. Easy enough. It's very simple to figure out and use in Discord. And then at the end of the day, when you're done, all you simply got to do, stop streaming, click that, and then disconnect. And then you're done. You will have your microphone muted though. All right? So you don't have to worry about that. So you guys can see part of my other scanners that I use up above. Trade Ideas is a very handy tool. It is. And the important thing to remember with Trade Ideas, it's a tool to help generate trading ideas. A lot of people I feel misuse Trade Ideas. They think it's a tool that's going to find them that lucky stock or that number one stock. They're going to chase after it. And they just go about it totally wrong. Man, Dub, every day you be eating like a boss, bro. That looks super good. Super good. Frank S. saying, all the money must be flowing to large caps. Everything is getting crushed, and the SPY is cruising. As the week progresses in the month, we're going to get deeper and deeper into earnings. We've talked about this earlier in the week this week. Going into next week, we're going to start getting into hundreds of companies putting earnings out before and after the market opens and closes. So with more companies putting earnings out, volume is just going to get distributed and everywhere. Everywhere. So that's I'm kind of glad I'm taking next week off because of that. Normally, when we get deeper into earnings season, small caps start to die off and it gets slow for a period. And then at the end of earnings, usually all it takes is for one small cap to go supernova parabolic, and then volume's right back into small cap. Let me actually flip this screen over for you guys again. We'll actually go back to this one. Or did you guys like to have all the trade idea scanners up? You guys let me know. So top stock this morning, real quickly, right out of the gate, was ACOR. This morning, this was our number one watch as it bounced off this 5, got a nice $1.25 rip to the upside. But then after it ripped up over 6, everything, it just crumbled and fell apart. This was the only stock popping off right out of the open in small cap land. We also had SCKT gapping up 150% pre-market. What did we say this morning? Pineapple does not belong on pizza. That's my opinion. With SCKT, we said, guys, take a step back. This thing is gapping up way too much. Don't get caught up in the FOMO on something that's gapping up this much, because this could potentially be the stock that just slowly fades off all day. Sure enough, SCKT opens up at 15, and this thing is still selling off as it's down now near 9. I do think SCKT offers a good bounce though, up to 12, maybe 13 bucks. It's trying right now to gear up. If you remember, SCKT ran back at the beginning of this year, back in February. Way back here, we get the daily chart. Right here, it had this big gap up from 3 gaps up to 10, and in one day it went from 10 to 35 bucks. What else did we have gapping up this morning? NRXP was gapping up this morning. Yesterday, NRXP had a really good move from 11 up to almost 1850. That's a good run. And we just talked about, we've seen a lot of stocks go on supernova runs this past week. At least 15 different stocks have went supernova this past week. A lot of opportunity in the market this past week. NRXP was gapping up. Yesterday it closed at 16. Pre-market, it's hitting a high of $25. So if we look and zoom in on this, let's zoom in on the 3-minute. This is a 3-minute time frame, so every candle is 3 minutes. You see here, I put a trend line on it, and from 25, this got driven all the way down to 1650. So this is about almost a $10 straight pullback. Think of it as that rubber band. The tension builds up and builds up and builds up. And then when it finally pokes over and that rubber band, the tension releases, you get that snap to the upside. From 17, NRXP has popped up to 1950. So far, a nice $2 bounce. This could continue to push up to 21, 22. Who knows how far it could go. But we got to take in mind, it's Friday. Friday is the hardest day to trade in the stock market. Every moment that goes by on a Friday, we lose more and more volume. Why? People close out positions. It's been a long week. Think of people that are under the PDT rule. They used up all their day trades for the week. They can't trade. The big money closing out positions. They're starting their weekend early. Companies don't really put out press releases on Friday. All these options expire on Fridays. XBIO also went on a good run as well. This thing exploded from 2 up to almost $5. XBIO, this name, it reminds me of Xbox. We've seen this name pop up many times before. Look at this 3-minute. I see opportunity here. When this thing geared up here, let me make that smaller. When this thing geared up right here and started to pop, pull back, and then pop. When it starts to pull back right here, see that green candle? Pops up and then it gets that like micro pullback right here. This candle. And then it leads into that big explosion right there. Remember this little pattern right here. You'll see this stuff happen a lot. Snapchat was also getting a big gap up this morning. Snapchat from 63 gaps up to a high of $74 pre-market. Opens and rips up to almost $79. What happened with Snapchat? They had to have put out earnings. Okay. Reddit raises Snap's price target to 110 from 90. After quarter 2 results, top estimates keeps outperforming rating. So we have a few analysis put in raising the price target on Snapchat, and they also put out good earnings. That's 2 good things that are happening with Snapchat. And you also got a spike. There's a plane passing right now. You got a spike in volume here on the daily chart. Let's actually pull up Earnings Whisperer and look at the calendar. So you see right here, guys, 29 companies put earnings out before the open, and after close, there's only 3 companies putting earnings out. Then as we go into next week, look at all these companies putting earnings out. By Wednesday, we're at over 200 companies are putting earnings out. Over 200. And on Thursday, we're at 300 companies putting earnings out. So we're into the heart of earnings season. Be cautious next week, guys. Volume's going to be everywhere. Everywhere. When earnings season comes around, all the big money is going to focus on their long-term portfolios with these earnings these companies putting out earnings. So be cautious next week, okay, guys? So let's see here. American Express put out good earnings. Honeywell. A lot of these names that I haven't heard of before. United Bankshire. Air Canada. All these companies have to put earnings out still. But this is a really good website, Earnings Whisperer. And a quick tip, if you have an Instagram account and a Twitter account, you can follow Earnings Whisperer, and they're always posting pictures of all the companies reporting earnings. There's a lot of cool stuff on this website. Man, I'm telling you, it'd be so cool. And I know it's probably a lot of work. Like how this Swaggy Stocks pulls information from different websites. It'd be so cool if we had a website or even a bot in the Discord that would pull information from all of these different websites. But I think it'd be kind of hard because these websites are always updating. And correct me if I'm wrong, Hawk, but with all these websites updating, it's kind of hard to keep the bot or whatever is pulling all the information from these websites. You have to you have to consistently stay on top of it with keeping it updated with the coding. Am I right? It's just like sometimes we'll see the Discord bot down for maintenance. And then this Swaggy Stocks, they just keep coming out with new stuff. I swear. Ah, okay, I gotcha. I really like the Swaggy Stocks website, though. I think you could generate a lot of really good strategies and ideas. Internet stocks sentiment time frame 1 month. AMC. Simpal Kumar, thanks for subscribing, buddy. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Oh, you gotta log in? What do you guys think the promo code is? Diamond Hands? Oh. Yeah, let me create this real quick. Or I think the promo code might be APE, APE, because that's what they go by, right? MONKE. Are you being serious, Lord Bread, or is that you just joking? You're serious? That's the promo code? MONKE. I'm just gonna try ape. Sign up for the weekly sentiment report. Yep, I want that. Agree all data is provided as is not financial advice. Yep, I'll take that. Thanks for subscribing, mustache. I can't talk. Welcome to the Wolf Pack, buddy. So I'm gonna, the specific promo code doesn't exist. Okay, that doesn't exist. That, the monkey one doesn't exist either. What about Diamond Hands? Nope. Like we've covered at one part in the masterclass, guys, sign up for these newsletters from all these different sources, and every weekend go through your email, and they do post some good stuff. They really do. I was trying to see if there's a promo code for that. I guess not. I was just trying to Google it real quick. Your account has been registered successfully. We've sent you an activation link to the email you registered with. Alright, let me verify this real quick and I'll pull it back up. ACOR. Yeah, that could perk up. 525. Hold on, I'm still trying to verify this. Alright. There we are. We're in. Control panel. Let me see here. Get the best advice from the worst investors on the internet. Yeah, I'm gonna post this link for you guys in the chat if you guys are interested in reading this. I guess there's a new cryptocurrency up on the rise that everybody's buying into. I think it's called Shinobi or something. What's it? Someone will know in the chat here. What is it, guys? What's the new cryptocurrency that everybody's buying and talking about? Yeah, Shiba. This is the new cryptocurrency everybody's ranting and raving about. This thing. Is this it right here? Yeah. It's trading at. Oh my goodness. Hundredths of a thousandths of a tenths of a penny. Fractions of a penny. Let's look at the 12-month. See, it's just a pump and dump. It could bounce up, though. Let's see. Right now, it's at its just super lows. It's getting hammered down. It's looking like it's trying to gear up right here for a snap up. It could pop up to 8. Yeah, it's looking like it's trying to gear up for a pop this weekend. Look at the supply. Yeah, NRXP. Look at that. Right up to my line. I know my lines. That's a good move. From 19 rips up to 21. That's a $2 rip. Very nice. Just like what we covered and talked about this morning, guys, whenever you have a stock like this, have a big, big pullback, the bounces, that's where the money's at. Because with these bounces, you can get an idea of how much it could potentially bounce. And what I go off of usually is 50%. 50% measure from the top down to the bottom. A 50% bounce at least is that green line right here. And look it's right up to it. Does it happen all the time? No. But it's a strategy that I myself like to look out for. And like I said, with something like this, you can get an idea of how much a stock can rip. From 17 to 21, that's a $4 spike to the upside. Does that make sense? Versus if a stock's pushing high of day and breaking high of day, who knows how much higher it could go. You guys on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, if you're new to the channel here and you're liking what you're watching and seeing, subscribe, join the community here. How much does 5 mil of those cost? I'll match ya. Call it the kids' college fund. It'll either end up going to the best Ivy League or it'll be learning online. Oh my goodness. You bought 3.5 million for like $40. It's now like worth $16. Look at this thing. It's still spiking up to 22. Look at volume just explode into that. That's a good move, guys. I'd most definitely, like right now, what I would do, draw the line right here to mark the price. Draw a line here to mark the price. We'll draw a line. Connecting that. This thing just rounded out right here. It's still going. But from 25 down to there. That's an $8.50 pullback. Something like that. Now take a snapshot. If you're on your phone, take a screenshot of this. But take a snapshot of this. Like that. Save as. NRXP. Morning sell off. Bounce. Play. Playbook. Then add it to your playbook. That's what we do here. Dean Trade says, David, you there, boss? I don't know what you're trying to ask with that. But I'm the head mentor here at Trading Learning 101. We're streaming live on Twitch, which you're currently watching on. I stream on YouTube, Facebook. On YouTube, I have over 525 videos. I've been making content on YouTube the last 3 years, and I've been trading for 6 years now. I also have a Discord community you could join and be a part of. As you could see here, we're streaming live right now to the community here. Fridays, we normally trade live and hang out. And then every day throughout the week, we do pre-market prep, talk about and cover stocks that are on our watch list, levels to look out for, the outlook. We're real focused and big here on being a team, working together, helping each other out, because we're all here for one thing, to make that money, right? So why not help each other out and motivate each other, right? So Traders Lounge, you could join up in here, be a part of the community. We have over 1,100 people in the the community here, just on Discord. And on YouTube, We're about to be crossing over 10,000 subscribers. Awesome achievement. Did you answer my question? I mean, didn't hear you answer it. I'm no boss here. I don't know what you're trying to say. I'm just a mentor trader at Trading Learning 101. This is a community that I've built myself from the ground up. This is a place, like-minded people, entrepreneurs that want to achieve success, go after their goals. Mr. Wolf, when you get huge on YouTube, make a crypto and pump it, and then we can all become millionaires. We'll call it Wolfcoin. That's actually not a bad idea. There's actually a interview on YouTube of somebody talking about cryptocurrencies, and he sat down with somebody, or this guy sat down with multiple traders in crypto, and they unloaded the boat on a lot of these streamers out here. They get actually paid to promote these shit coins. I forget what video it was, though. I'd have to find it. CoffeeZilla. I think that might be it. Let me see. Yeah, yep, yep. It was CoffeeZilla. That's who it was. Yep. This guy right here. Go to his videos real quick. This was a moment ago. Let me see if I can find it. I watched this a long time ago. This was probably 7, 8 months ago. Let me see if I could find this real quick. I see the good that he's trying to do out here with trying to protect people with all the scammers that are out here. I think at times, though, he could take it a bit too far. Yeah, Furus. He calls out the Furus. There's a lot of them out here. Right here. Confessions of the #1 BitConnect promoter. I believe that was the one. Yeah, even this dude. Remember seeing ads of this kid? The 19-year-old millionaire? I'd see him on Facebook promoting a lot. And he got caught. What he was doing, he was signed up to who was it? I think he was signed up with Ricky Gervais. And he was riding Ricky Gervais. No, it was somebody else. And he fucked up because the person he was following and stealing his trades, the dude was noticing like this dude was copying him. So he got clever, and what he did was he put a watermark on his chart of his logo down at the bottom. That way, if he did something, it'd be a red flag. Sure enough, this kid took a screenshot of a chart and it had the watermark on it. And the dude posted it to his community, claiming it to be his ideas. And that was his downfall. Yeah, it was this one. It was this one right here. I'll share this with you guys if you guys ever wanted to watch it. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good interview. Dean trades. I said, you green or red today, Dave? I haven't traded really all week. I've just been in coast mode because I'm leaving all of next week to go on vacation. We've been trading and streaming every single day here in the Discord for the members to make up for next week. So all this week, my main focus has been these guys. Teaching, going over lessons, eyeing in the stock market, stocks that are popping up, what's worth watching. We've just been hanging out all week, pretty much. So I've been taking it easy, relaxing. Like I've said, I'm in coast mode. I'm not really interested in trading right now. I'm burnt out, man. I'm burnt out. All of 2021, it's just been go, 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 go. It was hard watching a lot of these stocks, NRXP, NURO, all go on epic supernova runs. And I'm just sitting here watching it like, man. But like we talked about yesterday, guys, even just sitting there, not trading and watching these, develops good discipline. It really does. Because it's really hard to sit there, watch these stocks move, and not trade them. I took a couple trades this week, but nothing worth talking about. Just a couple $100 there, losing a couple hundred there. Yep, Lord Bread, you're right. That guy actually paid CoffeeZilla to do the interview. Yep, I remember that now that you mentioned it. It's been a long time since I've watched his videos, but I remember I was hooked on his videos for a moment. Keep eyes on NURO. This thing could pop up and have a good move too. I want to look at this real quick. Trending tickers. Today's list of top trending tickers on social media. This is pretty cool. Snapchat is number 1. Tesla, CLOV, Apple, INTC. Wow. This is crazy how they have this all broken down. This bad boy's still going. Epic move. That's about a 75% bounce from this measured move here. Hold on, let me look into the video real quick. Something happened that caught my attention. Play what on the stream? Yeah, hold on. Let me find it real quick. That was just on YouTube. Or not YouTube, Facebook. EBERIO. Can't find it. Yeah, Frank S. What are you doing, man? Don't be doing that, dude. That's rule number 1, dude. Fridays. Make that money be done. No need to chase after these stocks. We're in prime time lunch hours right now. Oh, okay, I got it. Here we go.
Home fit today, some fucking bullshit because I got ready and everybody has their cameras off. So I got this frizzy ass gym hair from yesterday. This shirt is from.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. Man, they be over dramatic, these stories to get people's attention. It got mine. Yeah, it was nothing. I had to pull it up on TikTok. That's where it was originally from. See? ACOR. Nice rip. This thing gives back everything. Gotta be quick with it. After analyzing my trades, I realize I am a net loser during lunch hours. So from 11:30 to 2 or so over the past few months, I have lost more money than I made. So I either leave during that time, or if I am here, I remind myself of that, and it slows down enough. It makes me really think if the trade is worth it. Hawk Driver, what I do, and it helps. I have Street Smart Edge I just use for my charting. You guys all know I don't trade with Charles Schwab. So when 11:30 hits and I'm up in profit, I don't care what's running, what's up. If I'm up in profit, I'm good for the day. Remember that. Our goal is to make money. Doesn't matter how much it is, small or a lot. If we can make money consistently every day, our job is good, right? We're doing a good job. Close it. Hit the X button. Secure that bag. Close up that brokerage and just sit and watch these charts. And then play a game with yourself. If you think something's going to move, practice in your head. Also, that helps too with when you're practicing like that, it helps with the mind. It really does. Like, all right, I'm thinking but if I was to trade, I'd be buying it right here. Let's see what it does. Ooh, a death candle. Man, I would have got smoked on that. All right, let's go to the next one. XBIO? Oh, yeah, I'd probably be buying right here. And if it drops to 350, I'd sell it. And then I'd want to take my profit at 450. Man, when's Robinhood gonna drop their IPO? All I keep hearing about Robinhood now valued at over 3.1 billion for its IPO debut. And it's like 8 months ago they were putting out the same press releases. Like, when you finally gonna do it? I think Tim Sykes took down Investimonials. No, it's still up. Cause it's like this now. Hmm. Yeah, that Vlad guy is a character. I got a big road trip ahead of me. I gotta look at some books. I wanna listen to some books on psychology on my drive. I'm gonna be driving like a total of 18 hours. Triforce Trader. Uh, no, I'm not much of a fan of flying PRD. I have thought about flying. It cut the time down dramatically. Driving, though, I don't mind. I'm too much. Get out, see the open road. I mean, I used to be a truck driver. So, plus, while driving, you got your thoughts. You could think about stuff. Yeah, Frank S., man. Focus on hitting singles. No need to go for home runs. Consistently hitting singles. Think about it. $100 a day doesn't look like much, but Monday through Friday, that's $500 a week. That's somebody's paycheck. That's an extra $2,000 a month. $24,000 in a year. Have a great vacation, Mr. Wolf. Drive safe. What will you be doing? Going down to Kentucky and visiting with a trading buddy. He's gonna show me around down there, hang out. He's got a big open place down there, so it should be very peaceful. Yeah, change of scenery. That's what I need. Yeah, SCKT. This bad boy could still bounce and rip back up. I've been to Kentucky a few times. I mean, I've been over the United States. I've been just about everywhere. Here, I shared a picture with somebody. Let me find it real quick. I can't find it. Here we go. So every pinpoint on this map, that's where I've been. The only parts I really haven't been to is the way over here, like Oregon, Dakota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming. Michigan's right here. So a lot of runs that I used to do from Michigan to Laredo, Texas, which is down here. And it'd just be back and forth, back and forth. And occasionally from Texas, they'd send us over to Cali to pick up stuff. Go to Cali, and then from Cali, you'd either go back to Michigan or you'd go way over to New York, like New Jersey. And then from New Jersey, they'd send you down to Florida. And then from Florida, they'd send you back up to Michigan. A lot of stuff like that. A lot of water comes out of Florida, believe it or not. Super heavy. Super heavy. I could honestly feel the water when I was pulling it. Where is the best state in your opinion? When I went through Arizona, I fell in love with Arizona. I've been through Arizona multiple times. Colorado is also another one of my favorites. Colorado, the weather is just so insane. Like, it could be 80 degrees and cool, and the next day it could be a blizzard. And then the next day it could be sunny and warm. Like, the weather was just so insane, but the scenery is just so beautiful. There's all kinds of ski resorts in Colorado. I actually got to stay in Colorado for a couple weeks when my truck broke down and got to walk around and visit a lot of the places. But there's a lot of crackheads in Colorado. For real. You seen some crazy stuff on the overnight. Yep, a lot of crazy stuff. Like in Texas at night in the summertime, they'd get like these bugs that would gravitate to the gas stations, and it'd be completely, everything would be covered in like locusts. Like, it was weird. A lot of lot lizards, prostitutes. I've seen truckers as trannies. Uh, I've seen a dead somebody's body get exploded by a garbage truck on the interstate in Texas. Uh, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff over the road. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, we were driving over the overpass in Texas, and if you've ever been to Texas, their highways are insane. Insane. And people driving in Texas, they drive like insane maniacs. They don't, no fucks given at all. But we drove over this overpass in Texas. So it's like a bridge. Let me try to explain this. So like this is the road or the highway, and then I was up above that on a circle like ramp. Like right over it like this. And we were going around it, and just underneath of us, the highway, there was a big blood splattered and body parts all across the highway, and in front of it was a big garbage truck. I don't know if somebody jumped off of the bridge to kill themselves, but it was one of the most horrific things I've ever seen in my life. And oh my goodness, it shook me up. It really did. Yup, I've also seen a couple straight up full grown dudes with a beard and everything walk into truck stops with a dress. They'd have implants, a purse, heels, long wig, and I'm like, what? Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. And you'd feel weird going into these truck stops and taking showers. Because every time you fill up your tractor, if you get 50 gallons of fuel or more, they give you a free shower. So you get all these credits. And that's why these truckers, they'll stop at Love's, Pilot, TA's, and fill up, and they get a free shower on their card. And it'd just be weird going into these little personal showers. Uh TA's had the best showers. So if you're ever out on the road and you want to take a shower or you need to take a shower or something, I'd highly recommend TA's. They have the best and cleanest showers. And everybody knows Pilot has the best coffee. Pilots. I've never seen any, yeah, like glory holes in the stalls. Appreciate it, Bird Dog. Have a good bike ride, man. Cool off. Yeah, being over the road though, guys, I thought it would be cool when I signed up for it. It's after doing it, man, I feel for them truck drivers. It's it's a lifestyle. It is. It's definitely not for everybody. And I quickly realized, nope, this isn't for me. I just couldn't stand being in a truck, living in a truck, having deadlines that you have to deliver and get to, and then just being gone from home 3, 4 weeks straight, and then you'd only get to come home for maybe 2 days to see your family, and then it's back out on the road for another 3 to 4 weeks straight. The cool thing though that I do miss about it, if you were creative and you weren't afraid to like venture out, you could honestly pick where you got to sleep every single night. So if you planned out ahead where you were going through, and if there was an area that you've passed through before, or you looked on the map, there's some cool little spots that you could post up at and spend the night. That's the one thing I do miss. So now when I drive through the United States now too, I'm familiar with a lot of the territory. So now I can branch out and expand on the familiar of the territory. That's one thing I liked about it. Yeah, I could see that uh self-driving trucks. I'm not against it. I actually think it's a great idea. I really do. It's a great idea. I mean, to have these drivers, you just all you really need them to do is drive the tractor to the on-ramp of the highway, and then the truck could drive itself all the way to the destination, get off and stop at the exit, and somebody will jump in the tractor and take it to the spot. It's a brilliant idea. They just don't pay for nothing as much as you're gone. That's why I'm for it. I mean, sure, if you're homeless, you have nowhere to go, be a trucker. You have a home on wheels and you're getting paid. Yeah, hawk drivers, same concept most planes have. The pilots on most commercial planes are only actually on the controls for a minute or two during takeoff and landings. Yeah, they're there to just pretty much manually monitor that everything's running smoothly. James on YouTube, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Hopefully all is well with you. In the UK, there might be shortage of truck drivers due to Delta variant. Check out crazy move on mRNA past week. Yeah, we were just talking about mRNA earlier this morning. Yeah. I mean, look at just the run up period on this thing. This thing doubled, tripled from April to now, 3 months. $40 range. I can't believe mRNA is at $340. Jeff Bezos just articulated the honest truth to few of us in the media are willing to voice. His trip was paid for not only by Amazon customers, but also by Amazon employees in the form of wages and protections withheld. I mean, you can't hate on it though, dude. Nobody believed in that guy, and everybody thought that guy was crazy when he was just starting out Amazon. Now he's the biggest dude in the world, and everybody's kissing his feet. I mean, if anything, I'd look at it as motivation. Like, damn, that dude. Nobody believed in that guy. Nobody believes in me that I'm gonna be a successful day trader. Kind of goes hand in hand, don't it? People are always gonna look at the negative of it. I mean, he's the dude, he's the boss. He founded Amazon. He revolutionized and he's changing the world. Why would I? It's not my fault people want to work at Amazon for the rest of their life and be content with that, right? So there's different ways you could look at that. I'm not just going to agree with what somebody has to say and critique on something like that, you know? Wow, Hawk. Program the 2+ hour long flight into the computer, pick it up to a hover, press one button, and then I'm done. Oh my goodness. We go back to the stream here. Hold on. Ever traded futures? No, I've never traded futures, MG. Maybe in the future sometime. I mean, I'm always open minded with that stuff and would like to learn about it, check it out someday. But as of now, the equity market trading, just the regular market hours, has always just been fine for me. That's what's great about the stock market. There's all kinds of different opportunities and trading vehicles everywhere. He's providing a service. Exactly. Anyone that wants an Excel file similar to this, just DM me. Noticing fancy just in nothing fancy, just an Excel version of the Trader Sync calendar display. All the formulas and formatting is done. You just plot your P&L in for the day. It's actually a good idea, Hawk. Hmm. So we had a lot of stocks pop off this past week, guys. Let's quickly glance and go over it real quick. For all of you guys tuning in and joining us on YouTube, thank you. Just as a reminder, next week I will not be here. I'm leaving for vacation for a whole week. So be safe out in the markets. Always have that mindset, live to trade another day. Do not let one trade take you out. And always play it safe. Always think risk management first. Risk, 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 risk should always be the first thought on your mind. All right, guys? I just don't or crazy happen while I'm gone. You guys know what you're doing. MOXC just took a big dump. Food for thought. AI is going to take over. Frito is allegedly running their plants like a squeeze, aka suicide plant. Amazon drivers get fired via app because they are not working fast enough, not taking into account traffic conditions. They have to pee in bottles with hardly any breaks. The human become disposable. No more social contracts. We'll see. I'm with you right there. 100% on that, PRD. It sucks. Technology, it's taking over. We're slowly moving into a world where you don't have to do hard labor anymore. An honest day's hard work, that's coming to an end. Alright, so SGOC, this thing went parabolic. TPST, this went parabolic. These were like the stocks that started the boom, that lighted the fire for a lot of these recent big runners that I think. MDIA is another one. $3 to $17. NEGG, another name that went on a ridiculous, super crazy run from $10 to $80. PLXP, this thing's just been slowly and slowly and slowly creeping. $3 up to $21. Nothing's going on with that. Nothing's going on with that. All right. NURO was a big performer this past week. CPOP was a big popper. Not running as much as Neuro, but this thing, when it was spiking from 650 up to 850, $7 up to $9, This thing was popping $2. That's good opportunity. AHT had a quick pop on it once it did its reverse split here. 3 days later, it runs from $16.50 up to $20. MTSL popped up this week right here. This was on Monday. Monday, it ran from $3.75 up to $6. SGMA from 5 up to 7. LEXX went from 8 to $12.50. AHPI went from $5.50 up to $10. CYTX, this thing on Monday was gapping up from $19 up to $30. And right when it opened at $27.50, it ripped up to $31. And multiple times throughout the week, this thing came back up to that $31. Even today, it retested that $31 and failed. We forgot all about CYTX. Yeah, this thing just completely stalled out. OCGN popped up on Monday from 6.40 up to almost 8. NRXP popped off a few times this week. APT, this thing ran on Monday from 8 up to 10. And I'm sure there's a few stocks that I've missed and I didn't even cover. IPA is another one. IPA ran yesterday from $6.50 up to $16. AMC even had a good rip this week. AMC, we called this out in chat. We really did. The day it broke over its trend line on the 10-minute, we plotted a trend line on this. Let's make this bigger. We plotted a trend line connecting all of the lower highs as this was trending down. Right here. We were waiting for that confirmation for it to break over that trend line. One morning, we wake up. And AMC is pushing up over that trend line, pulling back and holding that trend line as support. That's when we knew, all right, let's keep this on watch. This thing's ready. From $36, this thing ran all the way up to $46. Nice $10 run on AMC. And since that bounce, this thing's just been getting hammered right back down to $30. Keep that big picture in mind on AMC. It may eventually try to run back up to that $50 again. And if it does, that's where you could potentially see a squeeze. That's the whole big thing everybody's talking about, is that big squeeze. Who knows when it will happen, or if it will happen. Real quickly, let's pull up ALZN. This thing just got completely hammered today. Look at that. From $11 all the way down to $6. ALDN's looking primed for a bounce. This can bounce up $1 to $7. Wow. This thing got absolutely destroyed. Yeah, that Russell Brand character guy, he took a hard right off into the abyss. You don't hear anything from that guy anymore. I think it's because he's into that type of stuff. And people are like, we're gonna stay away from that guy. Hollywood. He got woke. Not that garbage woke. Touche, Lord Bread. Touche. That's a good reply. Hey, I'm not against that type of stuff. I always keep an open mind, as I say. Man, you know what really got crumbled? A lot of stuff, but SGOC. This thing got hammered from 1250 all the way down to 8. This could start to perk up and have a good snap on it. Will it? Now, for you guys on YouTube, whenever I talk about a stock, doesn't necessarily mean go out and buy it. When we were doing the weekly watch list on Sunday, I was talking about MITQ, and somebody commented, "Bet I'm loading the boat." Sure, you would have got paid out. This person did get paid out. He commented he loaded the boat at $4.20 on Monday. And since then, this thing has spiked up $1. So good for him. He made out. But don't comment that stuff. Come on. Now I understand why everybody at the beginning of their videos puts, "I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything that I say is for educational purposes only." Man, that is a good snap up on MITQ, and it did it twice. with XBIO here, and you could use this as an example. How many times, guys, have we seen stocks have an up move like this, for example, and then that pullback to the downside? How many times have we seen a stock in many different forms just gradually grind all the way back up, or however it moves, either back up to its high or halfway from its high? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, in my video description of my videos, at the very, very bottom, I have all that information in there. Oh, snap. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, so it should be way down here. See? I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment and education purposes only. This video or any of my videos are not financial advice. These are my opinions only. Do not take anything I say in my videos as advice. Trading is risky and you could lose everything if you don't manage your risk. That's in every single video. And then, yeah, you always got to protect yourself, because there are idiots out there. Now, like we were just saying, that one guy who said something and got in on MITQ, this time he made out. He made $1 per share. So he's going to look at this like, bet this dude knows what he's talking about. The next type of stocks he's going to say, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to put in even more. And they're just going to blow up their account. Has to be on equal footing. Huh? It's in there. It's right there. It's at the bottom of the description. It's there. Yup, that's exactly right. And if you go to, not Kyle Weiland, the about, it's right there as well. But yeah, I know, man. You don't know how many times people have come into this Discord and none of them ever start right there at the start here. And then they don't ever go to the welcome react to that to get verified. It's so simply laid out, but I still get messages of, hey, how do I unlock this? This is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna leave all of my watch list up there. I'm gonna exit out of these charts. Exit trade ideas. And I'm officially on vacation. But I'm gonna go through here and I'm gonna check out some books on psychology that I could listen to. Yeah, the intro where it says, you guys want to see something crazy? Roy lives, you're already verified. I'm going to Kentucky for almost a full week. Yeah, Roy lives. In Discord, the rolls stack. So every roll that you receive, they stack on each other. So you have unverified, verified, ultimate pass. You're good. Yep. Yeah, so DNA Investments. You guys know he's been my trading buddy. And he's been bugging me for the last 8 months. Dude, when you coming to Kentucky? 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 So I'm finally doing it, going down there. He's got a lot of property down there and should be a fun time. We'll probably get him all set up for the podcast and check out his trading station. Get him set up, like I said, talk about some strategies, things that we can do with the community to make it better. Uh Bounce ideas off of each other, stuff like that. Yeah, I'll probably get fried chicken on the way there or there. I'm sure I'll see a couple stops. Justified, never seen it. Besides the drinking, I could see shooting guns and some fishing maybe, yeah. Oh yeah, DNA Investments, they breed horses. They got a shitload of horses. So I'm sure I've never been on a horse before. So I'm sure I'll take pictures. You guys will see. Someone mentioned a book up there. Napoleon Hill. Where was it? Outwitting the Devil. Okay. I'm actually going to write that down in my notes. There was a whoever recommended that movie, I believe it was Nico, Shot Collar. There was a psychology book they kept referring to in that movie too. Uh the beast eats the beast and the human or something. Rollin Givens. Forget Vegas. The team will meet up in Kentucky. I mean, Kentucky is dead center, like just about in the United States, kind of. Yeah, that's the name of it. The Beast Within. No, it wasn't this book. Yeah, in that movie, I was thinking of taking a snapshot of the books on that dude's bed when uh they had fuck, I'm drawing a blank. The head neo-Nazi guy in the prison told him psychology books. It's the best asset you have is your mind. Oh, that's the name of that book. The Human Animal. That's the name of it, not The Beast Within. The Human Animal. But there's some books here that I'm familiar with, like Sun Tzu. Any of you guys ever read that book, Sun Tzu? If I'm saying it right, I have a physical copy of it. It's a good book. A lot of The Art of War. A lot of businessmen read that book. Let's see what else they got. The Book of Five Rings. I can't zoom in. You've read that book, Old Army Guy? What's that book about? Irish Wolf, you keep it in a gun cabinet? The Art of War? I'm not gonna lie though, guys, this was a pretty good movie. It really was. This dude was, I guess, he was a big financial guru, and he went out with his wife and a friend and his wife, and they were drinking, having dinner, and on the way home, he was driving, and he ran ran a red light, and the dude in the back seat was killed, and he got sent to prison for manslaughter. And I'll stop it there. It's a good movie, and it's on Netflix. I thought it was pretty cool. No, it's no spoiler alert. It's called Shot Collar. Yup, and to pretty much join the gang, he had to throw his family. He had to forget about his family. He looked so familiar. Man, that guy's 50. He doesn't look like it. I can't see what else. Aztec Revenge. of mind and matter. Old army guy, what's the book? Five Rings. The Book of Five Rings. What's that about? Master swordsman of feudal Japan. He trained many samurais. Okay. So that probably dives into human nature and instinct, right? Reading your opponent. So it goes into a lot of mental aspect of swords play. Huh. Man man's search for meaning. A lot of psychology controlling emotions. Are you talking about Bukaki Master? I thought you were just being funny. Hawk Driver, yeah, I've read Man's Search for Meaning. Good book, quick read. I think it's only like 150 pages or so. Oh, okay, I got you now. Yeah, these are a lot of books. I need to. I've been lacking on my reading. I'm not gonna lie. I need to get back into it. At least if you read a book once a month, I think at least one book a month, that's good. It's always good to expand on yourself and grow. Paradox of choices, why more is less. Girl Interrupted. I think they made that into a movie. A lot of these books I call out and like I think nobody's ever read. A couple of you guys are popping up like, yeah, I've read that. Escape from Freedom. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's a good. I never read the book, but that's a great movie. Reminds me, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And any of you guys ever see Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro? That movie's so sweet. Yeah, Taxi Driver's the shit. I have the collector's edition of that. Uh, Man, I honestly can't remember. I don't think he died at the end. No, he didn't. He went to that rally. He was gonna shoot the dude who was running. Man, I can't remember. That's a good question. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Taxi Driver came out in, I want to say 70. I want to say 78. 78 keeps popping into my head. 76. Yeah, this movie was so dope. I was like in awe, like when I was first watching it. I'm like, oh my goodness. Putting his arm over the stove to tighten up his skin. Dude went crazy. Man, so many good movies came out in the 70s, 80s, and even the 90s. They don't make them like they do anymore, man. Probably the closest one was that new Joker. That was a good nostalgia of how they made films back in the day, I think. The Art of Loving. There's some good books titles here. Feeling Good, The New Mood Therapy. Ooh, look at this one. You Are Not So Smart. Why You Have Too Many Friends on Facebook, Why Your Memory is Mostly Fiction, and 46 Other Ways You're Deluding Yourself. Huh. I also seen a thing the other day, a picture. It said, keep in mind, somebody hates you because somebody told them a lie about you. And I'm like, damn, that fucking hit hard. That's fucking true. Because people love to talk and gossip. Yeah, new movies, they're just too they're they're afraid. They're afraid to touch into topics. They don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because everybody right now has sensitive feelings. with the transgender, gays, and I have no offense for any of that. But people have too sensitive feelings right now. And with Hollywood, they're afraid to touch subjects and push boundaries. You shouldn't be afraid of that. I forgot we're streaming on YouTube still. I totally forgot about you guys. I'm sorry. Man, D Money 12, you're asking me a question. I have no idea. You're asking if closing credit spreads that are in the money, do they cancel each other out if you just leave them expiring today? Or should I close them myself on Robinhood? I mean, I would think with options, you would want to close it out yourself, because if it expires, they expire worthless. Yeah, I remember you telling me that, Cupcake, The Mental Game of Trading. You actually shared that book with me. Yes, sir, Irish. Good job on that P&L, too. Gollum, just tell him you identify as woman. But that's the thing, yeah. And that's why these movies suck right now. And it's all fiction. All these superhero movies are the popular thing. It's fantasy. People are afraid to touch subjects and test opinions. I mean, looking back on movies, the Vietnam War, that inspired a lot of really good horror movies. And a lot of other great movies came from that. The culture. That's where I'm getting at with it. Now, I'm not smart, you know. I'm just speaking openly here. My gears are grinding. You should be able to, you'd want to talk about this type of stuff, expand your mind and your thinking. Afraid what someone else might think because of the kickback from everything, but I could care less. I really do what anyone else thinks. Might be the age thing. As you grow older, you start to not care. I can attest to that. Because we all can look back when we were in high school and all that, we cared what everybody thought. You know, we didn't want to be the loser. We wanted to have the cool clothes and the shoes and, you know, the thing is people have thin skin nowadays. Yeah, very, very sensitive. Very sensitive. It's probably because of the internet and the way people can interpret stuff of how people say stuff when they comment and stuff. And we've talked about this a lot of times in the chat room. You know, you could type something and it could mean one thing to you. Somebody can misread that and interpret a different way. You know, we're closing each other off. We're not social anymore with each other in public. Man, there's a lot of good books on psychology on that. Unlimited memory. Do you trade the first 2 minutes of the market open? I'd say 99% of the time, no. I usually wait the first 10, 20 minutes after that market opens to trade. I like to wait for stocks to pick a direction, set up, and wait for opportunity to present itself. I personally think there is a strategy in trading the open, like what we were just talking about this morning. When you zoom in on the tick, like you're zooming in and looking at the tick. Every candle is 1 second, every candle in 10-second intervals, a tick chart. There's an advantage and a strategy to that. It's just not for me. It's too fast paced, and I like to think with my trading, I like to focus more on the bigger idea type trades to get a meat of the move. That makes sense. It's just too wild trading the opening bell. It really is. Sure, there are some great, big, powerful moves out of the open. There are. But also, there are some death candles that will just straight up destroy you out of that open. And things are happening so fast, especially with newer people, you'll freeze up because things are happening so fast. You'll see your P&L shoot up and you'll be up $1,000, and then in a blink of an eye it drops down and you're down 3,000, and then you freeze because you don't know how to react to the situation, and you let the trade continue to go on as it just continues to get driven down more and more, and you're like, oh my goodness, this $5,000 loss happened so fast, maybe it'll bounce back up. And it doesn't, and it just keeps getting driven down lower and lower and lower and lower. It's just not worth it. It's not. It's just, I'm not here to throw my money out the window on a 50-50 gamble, because nobody knows if a stock's going to go up or down right out of that open. Nobody knows. So I'd much rather wait. I mean, even us, we see some pretty big moves by just waiting. I mean, look at, for example, NRXP today. Look at that. That's good opportunity here. From there, $17, this thing ran up to 23 bucks. That's a $5 move in total all right here. And look at, if you would have traded the open here, what, from 20 bucks, it ripped up to 21, and then it ripped to 22, and then it slammed all the way back down to 20, and then it slammed down to 19, slams down to 18, all within the first 2 minutes. So imagine you're chasing after it and you buy in at 21, and then it slams down to 18. That's a $3 per share drop right there, and it never came back. It eventually did come back way over here, but you would have had to have held onto it and had your money tied up for what, the next 2 hours? Versus just waiting, drawing a trend line on it like that, and then when it finally broke over that trend line right there, that's opportunity right there. Or when it pulled back and it formed this rounding bottom. And then you got VWAP right there. And look at, right from 19, this thing exploded up to 21. So look at right there. And this is a 1 minute time frame. So it just goes to show you, yeah, there's explosive moves on the opening bell, but there's also explosive moves right here. In 2 minutes, this stock ripped up from 19 to 21. That's a $2 rip right there. And it ripped all the way up to 23 from 19. That's a $4 rip. All within, what, 10 minutes? Give or take? So it's all about how you perceive opportunity. Right? I'd much rather wait for a familiar setup, for a stock to set up what I've seen before and studied. That's why I save these charts. I learn from them. I break them down to take advantage of when I spot this again. That's what we teach here. And look at all the members here. We're all up in here every single day, learning, growing. We're all putting in that screen time every single day, growing more and more and more and more and more and more. We've been streaming all day. It's now going on 2. We started at 9 a.m. streaming, and we're still going. And I still got 14 people in here watching me. Just picking up little golden nuggets that I talk about. If you want to do this, you got to ask yourself, do you want to consistently do this full time? If so, you're not going to make it trading the open. You're not. You're not going to be around long at all. So start thinking and having that mindset of, I want to be here tomorrow. I want to live to trade another day. Once you do that, you're going to separate yourself from the rest. I've lost so much money trading the open. So much money. It's just not worth it. It's not. Sure, you may get it and hit it a couple times. It's just not worth it compared to how many times you're going to lose trading that open. Because you also have to think too, there are other people out there that have faster computers than you, faster internet. These banks and institutions, they have an upper advantage on you. And you got to ask yourself, what are you trading on? Are you trading on your phone, a laptop, a desktop? What is it, $1,000 desktop? Versus you're going up against people that are trading on a desktop that costs them $10,000, $5,000. They have the fastest internet that they don't mind paying for. You know, little things like that you got to take into consideration. Would good news change the odds? No. Just because a company or a stock comes out with good news doesn't necessarily mean prices have to go up. That's the truth. The Power of Habit. I've read this book before. It's a good book. I think the audio book is on YouTube as well. This could be a good read. The Hidden Forces That Shape Our Decisions. Explains that all the decisions we make are systematic and predictable. I agree with that. And therefore, meaning that certain senseless behaviors people tend to have towards things are senseless at all. They're predictable. I agree with that 100%. I say it to you guys all the time. You can predict the moves in the stock market. The only thing you cannot predict is when it will happen. That's why options are so popular and they have that expiration. And you really got to care about that expiration. You could see what a stock's going to do. It's just a matter of how long is it going to take for it to make that move. We've seen setups, guys, and you guys can agree with me in the chat. We've seen setups and we've waited. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes, a half an hour, an hour. Sometimes it took the whole day for that stock to make its move. It's the timing part that's the hardest. But you can predict human behavior because human behavior does not change. And then once you understand that human nature doesn't change, then you start learning about human behavior. We know a lot of people lose money consistently in the stock market. So wouldn't you want to learn what they're doing, do the opposite to make their money and take their money? The power of thinking without thinking. The book explains how our brains often make split-second decisions without truly thinking about them. These split-second decisions aren't as simple as they seem, and within blink our Live examples of people who are able to make powerful conclusions within a second's observation. This is an awesome read for anyone looking to improve their decision-making skills and learn more about the science behind making these decisions. Hawk Driver, I think this would be a good read for you. Or not Hawk Driver. Irish. I think that's up your alley. I'm actually going to check this book out too. Oh, I didn't know it was like that. The difference between good decision making and bad has less to do with how much information we process than with our ability to focus on a few particular details. Gladwell shows how we can all become better decision makers in our homes, in our offices, and in everyday life. I think that this is a good book to pick up and read because that's what we do. We're decision makers. We decide on what stocks we're going to trade, when we're going to trade them, right? How many times have you got tunnel vision on a garbage piece of crap stock while everybody else is on the hot stock? Or you're asking yourself, like, why didn't I pay attention to that other stock? It effortlessly ran up all day, and I'm over here getting tunnel vision on a garbage stock. You know, tunnel vision, yeah. Joseph, I'm not an options expert. You know, I myself, I'm still trying to learn and understand options. And I've been trading and in the stock market for 6 years. It's some people they get it, some people they don't get it. For me, I've always had a hard time understanding options because just the complexity of it. You know, I think I look into it too much with all of the expiration, the theta, delta, theo, all that stuff. I get overwhelmed on everything that you have to check. But you're definitely going to want to pay attention to an options expiration date. Um, I'm not an options expert on your question, so I can't legitimately, I can't even say it, give you an answer. Yeah, I'm gonna write this book down. Blink. Malcolm Gladwell. Hey guys, We're not gonna pick on you, Joseph. But look at guys. What were we just talking about this morning? Joseph said Ross is the one that said it. We were just talking about Ross this morning. Joseph, if I was you, I'd run far, 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 far away from Ross. You're not going to learn anything or take away anything from that man. If anything, he's going to take your money. We've got a couple people in the Discord here that actually participated and was a part of warrior trading. And it's the same story. I even did a piece, I think. Down here. Down, where is it at? Right here. Traders, groups. Yeah, I did a piece one time on Ross. So in this section that you guys don't really know about, I go in here and I rate my little own review and take on what I think of these gurus. The first one I did was Tim Sykes. The second one I did was Ross Cameron. The third one I did was Guy Gentile. And I give you guys my honest perspective and my viewpoint on these guys. Real quick, I'll talk about Ross here. So this is what I wrote about Ross back in August 20th of 2020. Ross Cameron from Warrior Trading, very friendly guy, and you see him everywhere in ads. He live streams on Facebook and YouTube every day at least 3 or more times. Huge library of videos on YouTube. You can learn from this man with all the content he has to offer. He has a book, trading DVD, and trading courses, and a platform you can paper trade with, Sim. Now, my personal opinions. For brand new people, I would say yes, you can learn from this man, but don't absorb everything he has to say and stay away from his pre-market live streams. If you are new to the game, he is a pump and dump guru. He live streams everyday pre-market and trades low float stocks with a 10-second delay to load up and dump his shares onto his sheep. The sad thing is, new people don't even realize it's happening. Live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and in his own chat room, he easily has 2,000 people watching every morning. Think about it. You trade low float stocks, a low supply, and you have over 2,000 people watching and chasing what you are buying with an added stream delay. You are going to make money. Pump and dump. He has been doing it for years and has been getting more and more aggressive over the last couple years. When I watch Ross videos, all I hear is me, 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 me. Guy loves to talk about himself. Going back to when I said you can learn from him, he has many good videos in his library I feel that are pretty good. Like stock market terminology. To learn stock market terms, lingo. How-to tutorials. If I was new, I would stay far away from his live streams, but watch his market recaps and other videos in his library to see how he views the markets and how he likes to trade. Do not chase after what this man is trading, or you will get dumped on. What I like to do is maybe watch his pre-market live stream sometimes just to know what he is looking at or trying to pump so I can get a clearer picture of stocks that randomly pop up or the stock that has a catalyst and is gapping up. It's always good to know who the big players are and how they like to trade when in the markets. Remember, we are detectives as traders. We are always snooping around to put the pieces together that makes sense to start and establishing a trading idea. That's my take on Ross and Warrior trading. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, he also has a nice car collection too. A microwaved piece of cheese. Yeah, you guys are killing it in the chat. You guys will be good. Wait, what? Reading the tape has really helped my trading game. I've watched all Mr. Wolf's videos plus a ton of others and read 2 books on the subject. I found this SMB video to be particularly helpful if you know what's good for you, and you'll make tape reading your priority if you haven't already. And how can I get the audiobook version of reading the tape, please? Thanks. I don't think there was any. I think there's a PDF. I think I might have a PDF of a book on tape reading. Let me see. That's a good book right there. Supply and Demand ebook. Right here. There you go. Dub, are you listening? No, you are not. Motherfucker. Look at that. We're always helping each other out here. All right, what else we got here? Yes, sir. Here's a trick too for you guys out there with iPhones. if you have a book that's not an audio book, did you know that you can have your iPhone read that book to you with Siri? All you got to do is open the book up and then take your two fingers from the top of your phone and swipe down on the whole phone, and it'll read the book for you. And you can control how fast it wants to read to you, what voice it wants to read it in. Switch, how to change things when change is hard. So if you have your iPhone, open the book up. You can even do it, I think, with, hold on. Take them two fingers. You take your two fingers at the top of your screen on your iPhone, and you just swipe down.
Select screen. Text correction. Speak selection. Speak screen. Speech control. Customize your spoken settings. Let's get started. Just go to settings. Accessibility. Then spoken content. Speak selection. Allow text you select in apps like Mail, Safari. Turn on speak selection. The highlight content option will appear. This will highlight words, sentences, or both as they're read. Here's what speak selection looks like in action. Just select the text, then tap speak.
One of the key factors to creating a super is a change in precipitation patterns. What?
Your iPhone or iPad can also speak the entire screen. To do this, turn on speak screen in spoken content settings. After you turn it on, swipe down the top with two fingers to read. Ask Siri to read the screen. Access to the speak screen, tap speech controller, then tap to turn it on. The first time the speech controller appears, it will be in the left corner, but you can move it wherever you like. To see the controls, tap the arrow. To hear all text on the screen, press the play button.
Hey Candace, last year, Toby and I took a road trip to visit his parents in Lakewood Village.
You can also
So that's how you do that. You got to keep your phone on and open, though, while it's reading it, though. Stumbling on happiness. Once again, look at that. Within this book, you'll find some incredible insights on humans' abilities to predict the future, as well as whether or not we're able to confidently predict whether we'll like it or not once we get there. Imagination, illusion, and misconception are the core topics discussed within this masterpiece written by Daniel Gilbert. Yeah, I'm a believer in this. Sometimes I think too many people put emphasis on IQ and not EQ. As well as IQ, having emotional intelligence will massively improve your ability to live a happy and successful life. I say it all the time to you guys. Emotional intelligence is very important. Not just in terms of your relationships, but within your career and your own physical and mental health. Emotional intelligence, why it can matter more than IQ. See, IQ, it's like that. We're going to go back to that coding Jesus guy. He's more of an IQ type person where he strictly relies on statistics and data for his facts, right? Versus emotional intelligence, you learn about all these different emotions to better understanding situations. I think it can go a lot deeper than that, but I'm drawing blanks right now. So I'm going to add this book in. Have any of you guys ever read that book, Infinite Game? No? That's the honest truth right there. Do you want cheese on that? Do you want bacon? I could see it being a good read. I, uh, The Paradox of choice, why more is less. How to win friends and influence people. That could be a good read too. Hmm. The selfish gene. Unlimited memory. How to use advanced learning strategies to learn faster, remember more, and be more productive. Was the guy who broke a world memory record back in 2013, and he's brought you unlimited memory to teach you his lessons. Yes, it's exactly as it sounds. This book will teach you how to improve your memory significantly, ultimately improving your productivity, work ethic, reliability, and success in whatever you do. And since the guy broke a record for what he preaches, I'd probably do what he says. Worth checking out. Do you need to remember large amounts of information? Do you find it hard to remember important things? Are you losing time by learning and relearning the same information over and over again? The ultimate guide to memory improvement will show you how to train your memory, enhance your mental ability, and keep your mind agile and alert. You will develop the skills you need to remember large amounts of information to keep you on top of your game in business and life. The 6 most powerful memory systems that you can use to immediately improve your retention and recall. How to go from mastering only 7 bits of information in short term memory to over 50. How to easily remember what you have studied for tests and exams. How to improve your concentration and focus. How to remember names with ease in any social situation. He's he is he is one of only a few people in the world, that's a tongue twister, to have received the title International Grandmaster of Memory. I think this is a good read. I think it's worth it. Because that's part of our game in the stock market. Remembering patterns, charts, how stocks have performed in the past, themes that happened before. It's like my girlfriend would tell me all the time, "You're so smart. Why are you so smart?" And I tell her, "I'm not smart. I just have a good memory. And I know I have a good memory. I can recall a lot of things and I remember little small things and details about stuff." There's a difference between being smart and having a good memory. There really is. Also identifying what you have as well, guys. What do you have? Do you have a good memory? I say I have A plus memory. That's what I say. Or are you a problem solver? If you're a problem solver, you're smart. No, can't be mean like that. Think I could use help in that area. What were we just talking about? I used to be smart and have good memory, but diminishing every year now. Yeah, that's growing older, man. Growing older. You've been through so many different experiences and memories, man. No way. I won't share that with anybody else, Hawk Driver. That's exclusive Trading Learning 101 insider information. Sure. Limitless by Jim KWIK is really good. Reddit talks about memory and training your brain to learn. I just seen that down here. Yeah, I'll check this book out. I'll add it to my list. Limitless by Jim KWIK. That other one we posted was Unlimited Memory. By Grandmaster Kevin Horsley. Charles Munger. The Wit and Wisdom of Charles Munger, expanded 3rd edition. He's that old guy that's always with Warren Buffett. Psycho-Cybernetics. The idea behind psycho-cybernetics is that before we can start achieving all our goals, we first have to develop a perception of the outcomes we expect to reach. Through this philosophy, you can start succeeding in multiple areas of your life with the information taught here. But we first have to develop perception of the outcome we expect to reach. So you need to have your goals laid out and then visualize your life after you've achieved your goals. Like putting yourself into that mindset of the situation, living in that situation. I'd put that book on the back burner. What everybody is saying. Joe focuses on the human body and ultimately how you can start to speed read people. The book goes into some very interesting bodily behaviors which you should be able to apply to your advantage when in real life situations with people. A lot of the knowledge taught within this book will probably be quite surprising to you. So I definitely recommend picking up a copy if speed reading people is a skill you're looking to learn. Huh. How I speed read people, you're either type A or type B. It's either or. You're that type A motherfucker or you're that type B guy. Peace out, Irish Wolf. I sure will have a good time, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. What's related to Scientology? This psycho-cybernetics? Yeah, it's just rubbing me the wrong way. It's kind of like that theory that was real popular not too long ago, and it still is popular. The Secret. You know, if you visualize it and think about it, you will have it. Like one of the big things in The Secret was, well, if you want money, then take $100 bill and put it where you'll see it every day. Visualize it so you see it every day. See, when I was looking into The Secret, I would look into it, and it's like I would only get like a little bit of it. Like looking back, I was like, man, I remember The Secret being a lot more in depth and longer. Now when I look it up, I'm getting like these little short clips to like sum it up. It's weird. Kind of like what's that thing called where you remember something but it's different? Like people look back and say, "No, Kit Kat had that dash in between." The effect, they went back and changed it. What's that called? The Secret is pretty much mentalism. Yeah, that's the trick. It was something effect. Mandela effect. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't believe in that. It's a load of crap. It's it's a load of crap. They come out with new videos all the time of it. It's just like it's just a stupid little thing people overlook. Overlook. Like Shazam, the movie. Everybody remembers that one dude being in Shazam, but it was Shaq. It's just weird coincidences that people put together. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the prettiest of them all? When it's mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Or something like that. That's right. The first 20 hours gives you all the tools you need in order to learn the fundamentals of any new skill within 20 hours. Research has always indicated to us that it takes 10,000 hours to master any particular skill. I say the same thing with the stock market. But with the stock market, it's hard to master because it's always changing and evolving. And we just broke down the math not too long ago. Uh, how long would it take you to put 10,000 hours in the stock market if you were here every single day of the year from open to close? I think it was something like 8 years, I think. Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all? Whoa, that's crazy. I never knew that. Yeah, man, that's how the saying goes. Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of one of all? Nudge, improving decisions about health, wealth, and happiness. Last on the list of best psychology books to be reading in 2017 is Nudge. Nudge is a very straightforward book covering choices and decisions. Ultimately, by following the advice given in the book, you can learn to make better decisions towards your health, wealth, and your happiness. Grab this book to complete your arsenal of reading material that elevate your life to new highs. You guys, there was a good book everybody was talking about not too long ago from an ex Navy SEAL about mental toughness. What was that book called? Yeah, David Goggins. That's his name. Dude's 46. He was also on that podcast with what's his name? Joe Rogan, yeah. I'm drawing a lot of damn blanks right now, man. We've been streaming for a long time. Yeah, Can't Hurt Me. This is a good book if anybody has not read this book. It's a really good book. It really is. It's all about mental toughness. And that's like when I watch that show from time to time, My 600-Pound Life. All of them, they tell themselves they can't do it. They don't have the willpower to do it. It's all in your mind. It really is. It's a lot easier to sit there and not do anything and complain about it. And whatever you tell yourself, you're gonna believe. This dude went through some shit. He did. This dude went through some shit. He was telling a story too on Joe Rogan about one time in the Navy SEALs or something where he was wet and in the cold. And I think they said they did it for like 3 days straight. And he said it, but I can't remember it fully. It was yeah, this is for the lazy people who keep giving up. It's all in your fucking head. It is. That's why like I got a buddy who always talks about going to the gym, but he always has an excuse. Or he sleeps in late into the day. He'll wake up at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And I'll be like, dude, get up and enjoy your day. You're sleeping away life, bro. And always has an excuse. Well, I get out of late work. Well, when I come home from work, I can't fall right to sleep. I jump on video games and play till 6, 7 in the morning. Well, I have the lawn people come and wake me up while they're cutting the grass. All I hear are excuses, excuses, excuses. Yeah, Dub be eating like a king, man. Which he should. All right, guys, it's about that time. I'm about to wrap it up here. I would hang around for another hour and we hung out for a whole trading day, but I'm exhausted. I'm done. I'm ready to go on vacation and chill. I've closed up the charts, the scanners. I may jump on later and stream again like I did yesterday, play some games. I'm gonna go off, get some lunch, rest up, take a nap or something. Yup, VW, you be easy, man. Have a good weekend, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. No problem, Lorebread. No problem at all. You guys all be safe next week. Stick together next week. Take care of each other next week. You guys will be alright. Just keep in mind, take it one day at a time. Focus on one trade at a time. And do not let one trade take you out. Do not let one trade dictate your future. Risk management is key. Remember back earlier today when we were talking about risk management. Always take into consideration how volatile a stock is and compare it and break it down. If a stock is times 4 more volatile than what you're normally used to trading, cut your size down times 4. So if a stock is trading times 4 more volatile than what you're used to trading, and you trade with 1,000 shares, cut it down to 1/4. Only trade with 250 shares. It just makes it a lot easier. A lot of people don't realize you'd have to adjust your size depending on how volatile and jumpy a stock is. I'm not trading the same size every single stock, from being volatile of 25 cents to seeing stocks ripping $3-4 at a time. You have to adjust your size to account for the downside risk potential, right? So be very thoughtful in your planning planning of your trades. It seems like a lot at first, but the more you guys do it, the better you'll get. Thank you guys on YouTube for joining us today. The chat's all going crazy for NRXP. I guess that's going crazy and spitting out like an ATM. Take advantage of it. Power hour. Get in, get that money, get out. Enjoy the weekend, guys. If you guys are new to the channel here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, join the Wolf Pack. And as I always say to you guys, have that patience, have that discipline. Study, study,